Entombed Valley.
Entombed map being the last map in our best of 3 here in the losers bracket. Whoever loses on this map is going to be out of the tournament. No WCS Korea anymore for the loser. At the bottom right, we have the winner of the last map, and it's the Terran player for the MVP team. It is
MVPsC.
Getting a little bit of support from Dong-Regu in the booth for about 2 seconds earlier.
And to the top right is a Zerg opponent. It's the Casper player. A lot of fans here in the studio for him. It is
Ace Team JD.
His hair's got a little bit of curl to the front of it there as well.
I don't think he cares.
He does not seem to mind. I would like to be his stylist. I've never been a stylist for anyone before, but Jaedong would be my first experiment. I think he needs a little bit of help right now.
You can be my hairstylist, Wolf. Go wild.
I have a lot of plans for you.
Good to know.
We'll discuss this later. I will make a blog about it or something. Jaedong with a fast scout, by the way, going cross spawns first, and this is unfortunately for him not going to be correct. SC getting the better hand here, coming to the right side, and we'll see the Overlord, and we'll also see the hatchery timing. Extremely good scout for SC, just a little bit more fortunate here.
SC now, of course, in the main base, so he will know about the pool timing as well. Jaedong is placing down his pool at 16 supply. And with how the games went so far, both of them seem to be on eye level here, but we still have to mention that on the first game, of course, the opening was a little bit unfortunate for SC. He thought he could get an early lead, but Jaedong's opening just completely countered him. Yeah. And now the Casper player, after losing on Antigua Shipyard, he really wants to take this game. He wants to advance in the losers bracket here. Was not too happy about his loss against Alive, especially since he didn't win a map. But now he has the chance to advance over one of the GSL players.
By the way, he's taking gas for real this time in his main base very quickly, similarly to how he did in the first game, but only one again.
And SC is getting the double gas, so he's going for the build that we talked about in the games before.
And super greedy double gas, like before even the second depot. And that's really fast double gas. This double gas actually even is going to be, well, he's got the Overlord in position. Did not check for it, though. This is something I think is really important. Now he sends it back.
Yeah, at first he seemed to be really content with just knowing about the expansion.
Yeah, and it's concerning if you send the Overlord on this map, there's a lot of area for the Marines to kill you. I understand that.
The bunker placement, of course, now at the mineral patches and near the second base. And this is just one of the best bunker placements that you can go for, especially on Entombed Valley, because it secures the ramp, and at the same time you have something that will kill Zerglings that run into the mineral line at the natural expansion. So really great placement here for SC, very good choice.
And with a no gas surplus for Jaedong, he's pulled out at 100. He's going to be going for another hatchery soon, getting extra queens. 2 of them out already, third one on the way. We'll start a 4th very soon. SC is going to actually be pretty well shut down by this extra queens and also the speed. It's twofold basically going to stop his fast gas Hellions. Oh wow, SCV sneaks in though.
And this is one of the problems. If the SCV actually sneaks in later, if the Hellions sneak in later on, then that's going to be tough. And so far, Jaedong did not spread creep to the ramp, so he can't really have a queen on the ramp in time to block.
Yeah, that's something he's going to want to do very soon here. Second gas going down for Jaedong, and he has resumed mining as first. Roach Warren getting aggressive again here.
Well, the Roach one is really important here, of course, for him, because with the Roach one he can also counter the attack of his opponent. We also have the starport now being built. Jaedong with 3 additional drones, and this could still be the same opening that he used on map number 1, Roach Baneling. He has 37 right now, goes up to 39. Let's see what his next moves are going to be. If he's placing down another Baneling nest in just a few seconds, we definitely know what's coming. The third base. And this is a little bit what Suo Shin, for example, did. He's one of the players who really likes to play the strategy on 3 bases instead of 2. Occasionally. He has just different variations for it. And here comes the Baneling nest.
This is going to be pretty tough for SC to defend without additional bunkers. And with his late siege mode, the Banshees will be useful here.
Exactly, the Banshees, they will really be crucial, especially now since Jaedong will be able to do some damage here, and the Banshees will have to just defend, but we don't have any scouting, any detection. There is no evolution chamber.
So if the Banshees happen to be going towards Jaedong's base when the attack happens, yeah, they're not going to be there to defend it. Oh my god, you talked about this already. The Hellion sneak into the main, he's going to start working away at these drones, and also, more importantly, we'll see the Roach Warren and
where
did he
the
see the
bunkers?
Baneling Nest? It doesn't, I mean, even if he didn't see the Baneling Nest, he's going to want extra bunkers. He did not see the Baneling Nest. It's behind the natural expansion's mineral line.
And now Jaedong is once again on the move, whereas SC has the first Banshee on the map, and he's flying to the middle of the map immediately. He wants to kill the Zalaga Watchtower's unit, but at the same time he spots the attack.
Yep, and he's going to be able to already start working away at these roaches. This makes things so uncomfortable for Jaedong right now, because he knows every ling he sends will be spotted.
Double in evolution chamber immediately. He knows that he needs something, that he needs detection.
He's still making the Banelings, despite this being spotted like this. And will the Banshee still has not seen the Banelings. He doesn't know yet.
He needs to trade here. He needs to trade, and that's what he's trying to do. He's walking in, of course, the Banshee now targeting the Banelings moving in, trying to take down the bunker. It's one supply depot already dies. The bunker goes down. Nice lifts here on the expansion. Very well done.
Yeah, and the Hellions on the high ground did so much damage there, but Jaedong still with the supply leading supply blocks SC. But so much lost.
Yeah, he lost a lot of resources, and of course now at this point he is just trying to fall back on his 3 bases. He's trying to get. He should try to get the Spore Crawlers. I don't think he has any just yet. There they are. 3 Spore Crawlers are building, and he definitely needs them as fast as possible.
And right now, SC is desperately trying to get his economy up and going, getting a 3rd base, getting those extra barracks. He will be able to do some form of damage here. The question is how much and where will he do it?
The great thing for Jaedong is that with the opening that he chose with the 3 bases, he's now in a position where it's easier for him to fall back into a macro game. The push is not as strong as it is on 2 bases because he just don't have the extra resources, but at the same time, the transition is just so much easier, and now he has to defend against those Banshees.
He needs a second Spore because he's just going to come around the other side and do the same thing. He can even go for Queens now. The lair is not even halfway done at this point. He's trying to decide exactly what's the target. Going to get this Queen in the main. That's his next choice. As soon as he sees his lair timing, I think he may, well, he could have possibly gotten the hatchery, but with all these Queens, the possibility of transfuses is there as well. He's just going to go for the safer option of getting the drones. He gets them no matter what. Killing the Roach Warren here would be nice. Not too crucial, though, and he loses a Banshee.
Yeah, the Banshee dies. C for a second not really paying attention to his air units. We have the Hellions now going straight for the 3rd, though, and this is going to be a problem. There are a few Roaches, but just not enough.
Only 2.
Maybe with the Zerglings he's able to force them back, but this is still pretty strong what we see on the map for SC.
He's pushing the Roaches back right now as well with the Banshee. Only Lings on production, no more Roaches. The Banshee's actually going for Queens a little bit here.
And Jaedong is still ahead in overall supply. His drone count is what really keeps him in the game. He has a great economy in comparison to SC, who is still on 2 bases, has to rely on the double mule and of course the lower SCD count. He's at this point at 47 against 64, and Jaedong is definitely still in this. He's actually in a decent position considering how many minerals and gas he already lost.
He's making an additional Overseer, which will put him up to 2, and I think it's time to kill the Banshee. Well, the Banshee gets away. The Banshee did so much damage.
Yeah, Jaedong lost 3,200 resources against 1,600 for SC, but he's still in a pretty good spot here. So he has his tech up, he's going for the infestation bit +2/+2. Even the Baneling speed is being researched. Tries to shut down the 3rd, but so far there's no mining for SC. And if you just look at the creep spread, he has a pretty good grasp on this map. At this point, he's playing a really strong game.
And the Hellions actually catch the Lings on hold position for a second, and that was the worst possible timing for those Lings. Even more resources being lost here for Jaedong right now.
Yeah, nice split, but then he doesn't run away with the Zerglings, and they're down regardless. So that was a little bit odd in the end.
And not able to sneak any units around the right side. The Banshee is smartly positioned over there. It's going to allow him to hit anything that runs by. The eBays are very late, though. Jaedong with 2-2 upgrades, almost halfway done. The eBay just now finishing up for SC.
A big problem for the Terran player here. And at this point, what Jaedong wants is to get a 4th base fairly soon. Oh, there it is, actually. Going straight for base number 4 for the 4th hatch. and he's building Spine Crows and Spore Crows now just to be on the safe side. I like this a lot. He knows that the Banshees are still on the map, a few of them, so there's always just the threat of the Banshees starting to attack. And the Infestors are being built. So at this point in time, Ling Infestor composition with +2 upgrades about to be done. Well, not really, but halfway.
Yeah. He's trying to build a bit of a catch-all here, I would say, with what he's doing. There's no drops to worry about. He knows that the potential for that is going to be a little bit later with how much resources he committed into the Banshees. He knows that maybe he deals with one drop, but not multiple drops. Not yet. And now the Infestors are going to be out. That's going to help him defend. He's got a good Ling count. And like you said, the upgrades are there for him. So Jaedong with the 4th base, if he gets that up and secures it, he's going to be in good shape.
You know what I love? Something that so few Zerg players actually do, and which always gets me really agitated. He needs gas. So what does he do? He gets a 4th base, and he gets the 2 extractors before the 4th is finished.
Yeah.
This is something that's... It's so logical, it's so simple, but there are so few Zerg players out there who really will build the 2 extractors in time to immediately saturate them.
Yeah, you know, it happens quite rarely. Oftentimes in late game when that's literally all the Zerg needs, for example. The +1 Carapace actually saves a drone, saves 2 drones right now that will eventually die, but it's buying him some time.
Yeah, he doesn't have any defense over there. He could have just built the Spine Cone a little bit earlier. He didn't also spot the Banshee, so the timing for SC is actually great here.
He's targeting the Queen rather than Infestors, and the Infestors are just going to be able to kill his Banshee. I think this is a weird choice by SC.
And there it is. The fungal hits, but he needs another one.
Yeah. And he will clean the Banshee out.
The Hive Tech a little bit delayed. The problem was gas, as just said before.
Yeah.
But now he has the 4th base, and with the 4th it's a little bit easier for him to get his gas count up. But there are still a lot of units out on the map with Hellions, and of course also a few
The Lings and the
Banshees.
Hellions just ran past each other on move command, both of them not seeing the other, and this is going to work out, of course, a lot better for SC. Traps these Lings on the ramp, does not do very much damage as the drop defense, ironically, actually cleans these up.
That was well done. JD definitely in a good spot here. He didn't lose any drones against this, only Zerglings, and this is something that he will be very happy with. He's still in the supply lead. His Infestor count is up at 10, and they are just accumulating energy as we speak.
Look at the bank for Jaedong right now. He's just got that 4th base up. He's got about a 25 Harvester lead right now.
And he's still spreading his creep. He's a little bit low on lava. He only has 16. He needs more. But now +3/+3 is being started, and he's just so far ahead in upgrades compared to SC.
Yeah, extremely. Just one whole round ahead. And oh, look at this, trying to come over with the flank with his Banelings. The problem is, though, that if they are targeted, they will be taken out. And the hits are not very good. He's got to be careful with those Banelings. They're so expensive. Loses 2 more, losing 4 Banelings there.
He can just buy himself some time here. He does not have to attack at this point. He can wait for Adrenal Glance. He can wait for +3/+3 and for the Ultralisk Cavern if he's able to just force SC back a little bit. Engaging would be a bit of a mistake. He can't lose these Infestors. They are so important to him.
Yeah, he needs to actually just drop a defensive fungal. Oh, well, those Lings were not paying attention. They were asleep at the wheel.
Yeah,
but
they
these
definitely
Lings,
were. They were sliding on creep and were like, no.
He needs to pick up these tanks. A little bit of indecision here by Jaedong. He could have gotten the tanks. He's going to go for SCVs instead. Going to get one tank at the back, and the Baneling hit is good.
The Baneling is very good, and the Zerglings finish what the Baneling started.
Yeah. This is looking really bad for SC. He's losing so much here.
20 Harvesters have been killed by SC in this game, but Jaedong is catching up fast. He took down 17 so far, is once again about to be maxed out, still has the bank going, and another expansion to the top left, now hiding a little bit of his opponent. Just look at the production tab here. We have Adrenaline Glance nearly done, and he has Chitinous Plating started.
Yeah, he's preparing everything, and the worker count right now, 85 to 52, taking now a 30 Harvester lead. He's still got over 100 Lings on the map.
A lot of Zerglings, yes indeed, and he has the creep spread to back them up. Here comes SC, and the Infestors with a fungal.
Oh! Position-wise, Jaedong has been amazing in this game. He gets another fungal.
And the Zerglings, they can just clean this army up if he wants to.
Yeah, and he will. There's not enough healing here, and the Lings are coming back. He's going to take out the tanks first. The upgrade lead is insane.
Where are the Banelings though? Now they come in and the Infestors as well, but a little bit delayed. He could have done way better here, but still he trades so well.
I am impressed today, catching the medevacs as well. Position-wise, Jaedong really using these Lings well, showing some of his experience here, I would say, in this best of 3. We'll take out some of these medevacs now. 60 supply up. What does SC do now? He's in a very uncomfortable position, to say the least.
This guy's going crazy here. Another base to the top left, but the one that we talked about earlier was not spotted just yet. SC sends another dropship all across the map. But at this point, Jaedong is just looking way too strong. The guy is back to 200 supply already. He gets the Spire right now. The Ultralists are on their way. Look at this army!
Yeah, he's already got 6 Ultralists there. 112 supply to 84. Jaedong can't make any more right now because his drone count is so high, but he's got the bank building again with all these bases. He's just going to engage cost efficiently time and time again. The only thing he needs to worry about now is this base.
And the resources lost are in favor of SC still, but this is changing very soon. Now we have the evolution chamber being killed,
but the upgrades are done!
Exactly, that's something that SC doesn't care, JD doesn't care about at all. He's like, yeah, so what? You took down one.
He's like, I can still make spores even, because you didn't get both.
Ha! Double gas now at the top left, the base that still hasn't been scouted by SC, but he spotted this, and this is the base that he tries to attack here. The circlings that were left in order to face it drops are not enough. And this base is going to fall, but he still doesn't know about the one to the top left, but now he'll spot it.
He will spot it, and this will become a bit of a nuisance to Jaedong, as he needs these resources to make the Broodlord switch that he wants to do. Nice drop defense.
Greater Spire is nearly done. The base up here is going to die. Jaedong needs additional bases right now. He is ahead. He has a huge bank, but still, you want to have a good economy.
Here comes the attack. He needs to win this fight decisively, and the Fungals make it look like he definitely will.
He's moving in with everything he has, and those Ultralists are tanking a lot of siege tank shots. He's killing everything in his path. He is rolling SC here. The Terran player down to 120 supply. The SCVs now trying to fight as well, but SCVs don't do all that great against Ultralisks.
No, they do not. The Ultralists break through. He pulls back the weakened ones as well. Really important, has them fight against the Planetary though, and it's just going to go down.
This Planetary stands no chance whatsoever. SC now on 3 bases. Another drop at the 4th. Trying to make this happen somehow, but this comeback is nearly impossible at this point in time.
Yep, 21 Banelings on the way. SC, he can stop the mining for now. The bank still exists. He is going to have to fight with this ragtag group of units, which consists of 59 army supply, to get himself back into this, and it's going to be virtually impossible for him to do so. Jaedong already with the drop defense here.
But Jaedong lost another base, so now he's on 3 bases. SC is on 3 as well. Jaedong has the bank, though, that we talked about earlier. He's doubling his opponent's supply, and of course, Jaedong now getting double expansion as well. Minerals are a little bit in favor of the Terran player, thanks to the mules. Jaedong is already on the move, and he's getting another base right now. He knows that he needs more income, and he is basically dropping every mineral that he has into an additional bases here.
Yeah, and SC is starving for money right now. He's got that supply, or rather the upgrade gap, closed now. 3-3 finishing up for him right now, which means that he will be able to make drops, snipe hatcheries even faster than before. And this is what he needs. A nice scan here reveals the Banelings, as well as some of the creep and whether or not there are Broodlords over there.
But he doesn't reveal all of them. And of course, now SC with +3/+3 nearly done. This will give him a little bit of an edge here. But at the same time, the problem is that he just doesn't have the map presence that Jaedong has. The units are just simply not there, so he can't move out and take additional bases, whereas Jaedong has no problem to expand into the middle of the map. But these run-bys are annoying, and this is something that Jaedong has to control.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. That small group of units that SC has, he's going to have to fight his way back into the game with these. The double infestors here may just pop up and fungal the SCVs twice to kill them all. That would be incredible if he does so.
We have Corruptors now as he transitions, and he catches the Medivacs, but they escape.
That was a bit of an overstep. This is something that we've seen players like Roro do with an added touch where they drop the Infestitarians before the fungal to make sure the units cannot get away. Another drop here for SC in the middle of the map, and he actually may be able to get his hatchery with +3 with the Medivac healing. The Ultralist is coming through. I think he's going to get it, though.
It's definitely going to be close and just not able to take it down. But Jaedong needs to use those Corruptors that he has to take down the Medivacs. This would be so important to him.
Yeah, and he knows where they are, especially with that extractor at the top left. He needs to go on a hunting mission, try to take out the rest of these Medivacs, because SC has closed the supply gap again, and he's building the proper composition now. The Viking count, though, is pretty low.
He's not ready for this. Yeah. He's not ready for the air transition of Jaedong, and Jaedong still has a bank, whereas SC is now really starving for money. He just simply doesn't have the resources to build Vikings. He's trying, but he doesn't have enough.
Exactly, and more Lings are going to put a bigger problem into his wallet because he's going to hurt some of the SCVs. Drops being cleaned up left and right. He made a mistake with the drop at the top left, lost it to Spore Crawlers. And now his economy is really shot. Jaedong has the bases up. He's held them. He doesn't have the one in the center. But the Broodlords will start to fire. 2 Vikings at a time being made. SC needs more starports, but he can't afford them. But if given time, he will be able to start to prepare this even better.
Jaedong is now on 5 bases though, once again, and he's building a 6 to the top left. Of course, now SC just trying to get all these medivacs into the picture, but once again, the bank is there for Jaedong with all the gas that he has. He only needs minerals, and he certainly has the drone count to back it up. 58 of them against 38 harvesters for the Terran player, which also means that the worker supply, because the worker supply is like, there's a difference with 20, but the army supply is fairly even. There's, of course, a little bit of an advantage for Jaedong, but SC is catching up quickly.
Yeah, he really is. And 2 additional Corruptors coming out on the way. That'll put him at a total of 11. Another double drop. This is really important. He needs to spot that, but he's more preoccupied with this right now. Nice pickup on the Corruptors by SC. Even though he's got the low Viking count, if he can pick them up with Marines, that's golden.
There's only 4 Vikings left though, and the Marines are dropping fast as well. There are still a couple of Infestors that can use the Fungals to take the Marines down. And this is definitely a huge problem for SC. Is he able to pull this off? The double drop has been shot down. The base is still alive.
Yeah, and he really needed that. And SCVs are being pulled, but the Broodlords are putting an end to that. He's even got a Baneling landmine set up on the ramp.
Wolf, it looks like Jaedong is doing it. He's advancing in the loser bracket. SC is now not only starving for money, he is out of units. He's losing everything here. He already lifted his 4th base.
The Broodlords are exposed, but he's got Fungals.
Yes, he does.
And he pulls the Broodlords in and saves them. The Marines desperately trying to close this, but that's what he wanted. The Baneling landmine takes out the Marines, and Jaedong, 200 supply versus 50.
Jaedong is going to win this match. He's going to advance in the loser bracket. SC is scratching his head right now. He knows that this game is over, down to 40 supply, and there is nothing left to do for the Terran player from Team MVP. This game is definitely over.
Yeah, he drops a scan, a worthless scan at this point. Putting up a good fight, great harass with the few medevacs he had left, but he will not represent Korea. GG!